So Grokipedia came out today. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet.
Yeah, I used Grokipedia over the last couple of weeks. It started about a week ago, as I recall, but under the covers, and I've been using it.
Okay.
Um, it's no different from doing research on Grok.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just they do it under this emblem of Grokipedia, and what they do is what Grok does.
Right. Right.
It goes out and does all its research amongst all its resources. I would like them to add more scientific papers, more original sources. I think there's a long way to go, but my goodness, what an improvement on Wikipedia. I am so tired. I am so sick of Wikipedia. It is so opinionated. There's no single scientific uh, um, subject that they don't have an opinion, that they don't invest some of their opinions into, and some of it is the most subtle stuff. They have an army of militant.
Yes. Yes.
It's not good. It's not good. And I do a lot of scientific research, a lot, particularly right now in healthcare. As you know, I've become
Yep.
quite
Yep.
focused on that. And I'm used to scientific papers. I understand scientific papers, and I understand also monkeying around with science and where science is questionable, particularly where people don't publish their data.
Mm-hmm.
And so when a science paper is quoted to me, I then drill into that and I look at where the data is and whether they published the data. And so, I really like the Grokipedia approach. I hope that they refine it
Right.
to test the quality of the underlying quotations and so on and so forth. It's not there yet, but it's a great start.
So, for instance, this article, who's this with? Who did this article? This is the Washington Post said Grokipedia's entry on gender begins with gender refers to the binary classification of humans as male or female based on biological sex. Wikipedia's starts with gender is a range of social, psychological,
Oh,
cultural,
Jesus.
and behavioral aspects of being a man,
Really?
a boy, a woman, or a
Really?
third gender.
No, you're kidding
No,
me.
that's
Is
from the
that what Wikipedia really says? Or is
that's
that you go
that is from the
kidding me?
Washington Post. That's
That's what Wikipedia says?
what Wikipedia says.
Oh, yeah, that's the latest science.
Right.
I mean, that's the science of language. That's taking language and bending it to a sociological, ideological end.
Propaganda, I think they call it.
So I'm interested, how did Washington Post sum this up?
Oh, what did they sum it up? They said, let's see, their summary paragraph here says the owner of X and XAI has joined a chorus of right-leaning critics,
Really?
including the ousted Wikipedia co-founder, who say that the online encyclopedia, which has a policy of remaining neutral on ideological debates, too often ends up holding a liberal lens to various things. Musk announced his intention to build Grokipedia in response to an ex post. Oh, okay.
Okay, but now they're talking about Grokipedia versus Wikipedia. But what do they say
Wait.
about that post?
Oh, what do they say about the post? I'm sorry. Let me go back.
So the
Uh,
comparison between the two posts,
yeah, let's see here.
are they trying to maintain that what Wikipedia said is correct?
Oh, I don't think so. They that they didn't. They just stated them, the difference.
I mean,
Yeah,
oh God.
yeah, yeah. Well, they led into it. They led into it. Maybe that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
When it first went live Monday, the site resembled Wikipedia in style and format, but it appeared significantly smaller, more opaque to its workings, and more right-leaning in how it framed some articles. And then it gave you that comparison.
That's right leaning.
Well, I would call it neutral leaning or factual
No, I think
or
that
truth.
that's right now based on the science. I mean, the science is pretty clear on that. I mean, even when the left quote the science, they have to recognize that this is the current. I mean, only in the social sciences can they have that kind of interpretation. But in the hard sciences, the interpretation is much clearer.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on how, what would you call it, how political it is. So, for instance, the whole business of global warming and whatnot has also been co-opted.
Well,
Even
global warming has a very strong science base that actually does show significant warming. I mean, that tracks CO2 increase. There's very little doubt about that. The only real doubt is what it portends for the future.
right. So the models have all turned out to be completely wrong. And I guess last week,
No, I don't think that's a fair statement. They're not completely wrong.
I don't
They're
know.
actually not completely right, but they're not completely wrong. They're very right now. The global temperatures in the world actually do reflect a consistently rising rate, and it does track, not to the extent that we were shown, but it does certainly track CO2, the increment of CO2. The outcome for the human race may be very different to that which is predicted. But remember, the same science that predicted that we'd all be eating one another at this point turned out to be horribly wrong and turned out to be catastrophic for the economy and for sociology in general.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you have to separate the science from the predictions of the outcomes by the sociology.